today, Thursday, December 6th.
It's really going to expose my uneducated mess of a mind that I have in sports.
Man, you were shooting here, and you hit like here.
Am I just a dumbass? Which, is very possible and actually might be a real thing.
Your wrist position in neutral is actually not straight. Your wrist position in neutral is at a 15 to 20 degree incline.
How close was your relationship with Campbell?
He's personable. He's definitely a player's coach.
It's weird that someone would break up with you when there's so much cake.
Oh!
Are you proposing childbirth microtransactions?
All right. So let me tell you about the reproductive system.
If the first thing that you notice during someone's orgasm is the smell,
there's some questions that need to be asked.
Untitled After Dark.
Hello. We are late today. That's my bad. I've been slammed with work today. There's something missing at the bottom of the screen, and you'll see there's just an empty chair and a couch. Luckily, you didn't hear what we heard during the intro, and it's just random yelling while somebody was taking a piss, I assume. Was that right? He was going to take...
Who said?
That really... really...
I need that sound bit on my Go XLR. That one. That just happened.
That's just gonna go on Spotify. You're gonna hear the flushing sound on Spotify when this goes.
No way, we're not live, are we?
We're live. We are live.
Dude. Wait, hold on. How the fuck long is our intro?
It's
not
like
long,
4 minutes.
Oh, 4 minutes? I did not piss for 4 minutes. What the fuck?
You were gone for I don't know.
4 minutes?
I don't know how long you were gone for, but anyway, this is
4 minutes, Jesus.
This is episode 34 of the Underqualified Podcast. Today we have NFL tight end Dylan Soehner and former Iowa State tight end Fiesta Bowl. Sorry, I gotta make sure. Gotta hit our boys up. PlayStation Fiesta Bowl champion Dylan Soehner, and he's also a local celebrity on Hulu and the Disney Plus bundle commercial. He's joining us today.
ESPN Plus. They technically put him on ESPN Plus despite being a primetime ABC game.
I didn't know exactly the commercial. I apologize. I just noticed the Disney Plus Hulu.
It was all three
bundle, whatever it's called. But anyway, regardless of that, welcome back, Skidap. Thank you, the Circle Herc, for filling in for. I don't remember. Was it both of us? I can't remember. These past few weeks have been.
No, he didn't fill in for you because you decided, nah, man, I'm gonna be the only fucking host.
I can't remember actually what happened. I know we took a week off one time because we were both busy. But now we're back.
We took a week off. Circle Herc filled in for me. I'm back. I've been on a personal journey. I am proud to say that I still support PFT commentator and Arian Foster in macrodosing, despite the recent allegations against Barstool Sports, because Dave Portnoy apparently is Barstool. I would also like to say that Dijon mustard is not as good as, homegrown plain mustard.
I also noticed that Dylan just put up a Horns Down logo on his or overlay backwards, background. Sorry, background.
And notice,
I appreciate
my monkey friend and my prostitute friend.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
We all love having a good prostitute friend.
Actually, I have to ask you, Dylan. So, I guess we're just... let's fill up the Frank with this. Let's just jump right into it. Whatever it is. I don't know if you saw that video or supposed video. I don't know how legitimate this was of the Texas D-line or defensive coach.
Oh, dude, that's so true.
I gotta ask you two questions. One, do you think that's real? And two, were you ever chewed out that hard by your own offensive coach?
One, it's definitely real. Two, it happened to us. Three, ironically enough, happened to us when we played Texas.
Was that the 2017 game?
Yeah.
Okay, that was Mr. Jacob.
Dude, there's no way. Was it the O-line coach?
No, not 2017.
Okay, I was about to say
the year we lost in Austin, that would have put us in the Big
Oh,
12 title
18.
game.
2018.
Yeah.
18. I was about to say there's no way that 2017 that was a thing because
No,
that
it
was like
it was literally
the fifth game of the year.
it was literally the same exact. Like if someone had a video, it would have been identical. Like we were on the bus, people were like just talking and shit, laughing, about a video or whatever the hell. And we had a coach just blow up on us for having a good time after getting our ass beat.
So here's the thing, right? I side with both the players and the coach. Because the coach's job is to win. And when
Yeah,
you
he's
don't
not
win,
in the wrong. People that are like
Mhm.
mad at the coach are dumb because
oh yeah.
that's his livelihood. Like he feeds his family that way. So for him to not take it seriously and for people to just be like laughing and stuff is,
But for the players also, you guys are fucking kids. Dylan, how old are you?
I actually just turned 24 2 days ago.
Hey,
You're
happy belated
24.
birthday.
Yeah, thanks, dog.
Yeah, fun fact. I'm 22. We're 2 years apart. I'm still in college. Last I checked, I had a fucking fry bucket hat, dude. This is shit that I would be willing to spend money on. Would you be willing to spend money on this?
Probably. I light it on fire all the time. So
Like, if you're willing to spend money on this for any reason, I'd be willing to give you the benefit of the doubt of any immature mistake, including laughing after getting your ass kicked.
yeah.
Like, that shit pisses me off. I'm now older than I don't know how many college football players. I used to be pissed back when I was in high school at college football players not being like distraught after a loss. And I think that's fair, personally. When you're younger and you don't understand like where they're at in life, I feel like it's fair to be all like, yo, dude, you need to be like in it right now, man. But being where I'm at, I literally lost a chunk of hair today at work. Entirely my coworker's fault. In a week, I'm going to be laughing about it. I'm not laughing about it today because that fucking hurts. It still hurts.
No, I kind of wonder though.
I'll be laughing about it because I'm 22. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to grow the hair back. This shit's a fucking game at the end of the day. Like, I have 112 years left of my life.
I'm a little bit confused though on what your statement or point is, because you're saying that you will like. You're kind of comparing this to who are you comparing this to the students or the defensive line coach for chewing him out? Like, are you saying that the or defensive coach?
They're both in the right. No, they're both in the right.
Yeah, but
that coach 100% should have chewed them out. And whatever I heard what he said, 100% true.
That's
like they should be embarrassed for losing to Iowa State. Yeah. But also, the players are fine. They're kids.
Then people are mad because he's like cursing at them and stuff like.
That's completely justified in my opinion. But I'm trying to ask for clarification for you, Skidap. Are you saying that the defensive coach will laugh about this later on, like in the week afterwards, or just the players? I'm confused.
Oh, he won't. This is his livelihood. The players will probably laugh about it eventually. I'm sure that they'll laugh about moments that happen in the game. Bijan Robinson having 2 fumbles. I'm sure that in 2 years, when he's the top running back in the conference, they'll laugh about it.
Let's be honest.
I'm sure that he's not declaring next year.
So, I have 2 points. The first one is they probably laughed about it as soon as they got home because that's what we did. And we laughed about it for the next week and for the next 2 weeks. Like we still if I called the guys in that bus, we would still laugh about it. So like people think that like, oh, this is hurting the kids. No, they probably thought that was hilarious. Like not in the moment, they were like, well, shut up. But afterwards, they thought it was hilarious.
No, that's fair.
Because like you ever like you're a lot closer to these coaches than what people think, I guess. And
how often did you say that you talked to Manning?
Oh, I talk to him a lot. Him and Mouse all the time. Campbell, I still talk to Campbell a lot too. So like. You build these relationships, and I mean, Texas might be different. Their culture is not as good as
Not
ours.
5-star?
It's not 5-star.
Yeah. And then the other point about like the cursing and stuff, like that's just like the society that we're kind of in now is pretty soft, I feel like. And
Hey Dylan, say fuck.
I'm good. That's like the point is it's not as unheard of as people think. Like that, like what he said in that scenario, maybe not with that tone of voice, but like that sort of diction happens more often than people would probably think. Like in a normal work day, I guess you can't call it a work day because they're student athletes, but I mean, it's just the way. It's just the trade, you know. Like construction workers, like they curse a lot. It's football players and coaches. It's the same thing.
Dude, you'll see Campbell mouthing off cuss words on camera. He'll never say it in the press conference, but he'll mouth it out.
And in slow motion, cutting. It's always cutting into the commercial break in slow motion. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wasn't there also a video of him after the Fiesta Bowl leaked by Brees Hall or something like that? I never saw the video. I don't know exactly what was going on. So Campbell's cussed before, but like I don't know. I'm with you, Skidap. I'm actually with both of you guys here. I understand both sides, like especially the defense. I think the defensive coach who was it? The defensive coach coordinator who was it?
Defensive line coach.
The D-line coach.
Defensive coach. Was it the coach that coaches defense?
Dude,
Not defensive line coach.
It's been a while since I played football, and we only had like 4 coaches on my team. So, so I don't know actually who all the coaches are. Anyway, the D-line coach, he's fully in the right. I think he is because goddamn, like the media and everybody's on Texas. Even probably the boosters are on Texas's ass. That really is his job. And to see how far Texas has fallen, I mean, and then to be under that amount of stress and then have the kids do that, I could see it setting him off. And the whole people saying that he shouldn't have cussed him, dude, I was cussed at in 7th grade in middle school football. So like, get over it. I mean, you got kids that are cussing in like elementary school too. So I'm sorry.
Shit! No, you want to hear stories about kids cussing in elementary school?
You have plenty of them.
I fucking got you, dude.
But I just want
to bitch today.
Yeah, I wanted to just hear Dylan's take on this because he's there. He has the experience. I've never.
You didn't want to hear stories about elementary schoolers cussing. All right, I get it. All right, okay.
Maybe
I get it. Jesus, Jason.
I'm just trying to say here, like, hey, I wanted to get Dylan's perspective because I've never been around a football team. The closest college team that I've been around to was a volleyball team. And that was a lot closer than I would have liked to be. Really, why the fuck did they give us a tour of their volleyball locker room while they were changing? That was fucked up.
That was fun. That was sick as fuck.
That was fucked up, man.
Okay, so Dylan, you played in 2017, right? Yeah.
I did.
Well, you were on the team in 2017, right?
No, I played in 2017.
Okay. So I was a pre-athletic training student in 2017. And I remember sitting with football. I was proud to be with football because only like 8 students or 16 all year got to be with football. And it was so fucking funny. I was sitting in the locker room after the Texas game on Monday, and Jacob Parks was getting his Parks? Which one was it?
Jacob Park.
Okay. He was getting his ankles taped because that's what he chose before practice. And he was whining about the refs. And I remember like chuckling as I'm sitting there watching the athletic trainer tape him up. Or the student, sorry. And it was so funny because he goes, "The fuck's funny, kid?" And I go, "Oh, no, nothing's funny. I just don't remember the referees throwing 4 interceptions during the football game." And he goes, "You think that was my fault?" And I go, "Yeah, last I checked, our jerseys were gray.
The pants were gray.
Were they? I don't fucking remember.
We've discussed.
I remember seeing the right color jersey.
We've discussed this before, we wore.
No, we haven't. We discussed wearing the bugle helmets. And that's it.
You probably don't remember because there's a possibility that you were intoxicated at the time. But
I was not. No, that semester I was not.
No. When we talked about this.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
But I remember saying like, "Hey man, our jerseys were a totally different color than theirs." And he goes, "Yeah, you want to try being a D1 quarterback?" And I go, "No, I really don't, because I wasn't recruited as one. So I'm good." He was pissed as fuck. He was pissed.
Side
It was
tangent
so
here.
funny.
Side tangent. I have a photo of that game pulled up that I took. Texas was wearing all white, white pants, white shoes, white jersey, white helmet. We were wearing the Bugle red helmets, red jerseys, red with the yellow stripe thingies right here, and gray pants, gray or black shoes. So there you go.
Gray pants bad. Gray bad. Dylan, thoughts? Gray bad?
They look good with the all gray, the gray tops.
So here's my honest opinion on Bugle helmets. They looked good in the moment live.
No, they didn't.
They really didn't.
They looked good in the moment live from the stands.
We walked into the locker room. We were like, "What the fuck is this?" Like we were making fun of it before we ever took the field, and anyone ever saw it.
That's why you guys lost. Fucking pansies.
I don't blame them for making fun of it.
I don't like the logo anymore solely because you reminded me of the game that we wore them in.
We've never worn them since, and I remember.
No, you're correct. So I hate it because we haven't won with them ever.
Well,
fuck that logo.
Will. We never will win with them because we'll never wear them again.
They're so bad.
Exactly.
They're
Fuck
so
that
bad.
logo.
Just like the beat Iowa jerseys. They're so bad.
Jason,
they are bad.
I will go put on every beat Iowa shirt that I own.
Not the beat Iowa shirts.
Just to say fuck you.
The beat Iowa shirts are fine. The beat Iowa jersey, though, I don't know if you know about this.
I literally don't give a fuck. That jersey is fucking iconic, and it's sick as hell.
In a bad way. I don't know, Dylan, would you feel comfortable? Do you think, oh man, yeah, let's wear a beat Iowa right on the front of our jerseys?
I don't give a fuck what the players think.
I mean, if you beat Iowa, but if you don't, then you kind of look like a jackass.
I quite literally don't give a fuck what the players think, because if you beat Iowa, you're a fucking hero for wearing that shirt. If you don't, you're a jackass. And I don't give a shit. I will wear a beat Iowa shirt or jersey. I don't give a fuck any day of the week because I want to fucking beat Iowa.
That's the kind of jersey that, like, if you wear it, you got to win by like 30.
Yeah. And I think the Cyclones lost
That's the problem with asking players, Jason.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like the players would enjoy or play better if they actually enjoyed the uniform that they're in. There's a sole
Why do you think we wore black so much last year?
I was just about to say, there's a sole reason why the players wore black all the time.
Because Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong. Players get typically to choose the color combination, right?
No,
I didn't think so. I didn't think
so.
Fuck. So everybody's been wrong.
Zero pull in that decision.
So then why the fuck did you guys wear black so much?
Campbell likes it.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna still say the players like it. Okay.
His favorite color. I mean, have you guys seen pictures of the guy? He wears all black.
He wears black all the time. Black or dark gray. He literally wears the darkest color he can pull off at the time.
He's a black and white guy. I'm surprised that they had like red in their white cleats this year. We haven't had a color on our cleats the whole time I played there.
We're wearing triple white against fucking Taco Tech, so
I just want to bring. Go ahead, Dylan.
Like, do you guys know that if we didn't? So I didn't watch the West Virginia game. I was busy.
That game was a fucking shit show.
I didn't watch it because I didn't think it was going to be a game, and we lost.
It wasn't. It genuinely wasn't.
We'd be like right there going to the Big 12 championship if we didn't lose that.
There's still a possibility.
I mean,
a lot has to happen.
Yeah, but we suddenly need to hope for teams to win. And that's a problem.
We have to win out, and like I think Baylor and someone else has to lose one.
Baylor has to lose on Saturday.
Baylor needs to lose, and I can guarantee you that Oklahoma is going to win fucking Bedlam. There's not a chance that Oklahoma loses to OSU.
I don't. Yeah, Baylor has to lose.
We win out. Bedlam goes to OU. Baylor loses 1. We're in the championship, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's one situation. That's too many. Obviously, Bedlam's probably going to be a thing. OSU is a good fucking program. I feel like anybody that denies that's dumb, personally. I say as Dylan scratches his beard.
Well, if we play like we did in the second half against Texas, we won't lose another game.
Oh, guaranteed. But, like, think about it. OSU's only lost 1 game, and that's us. We have to have them lose Bedlam, right? And that's likely going to be a guarantee almost every year. So I feel like that's going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense for that to be one of those games where you have to hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we shouldn't have to hope that Baylor loses. We got outplayed.
Yeah, we should beat Baylor and Westview.
Mm-hmm. We should be undefeated.
West Virginia. I'm not somebody who likes to blame refs. You know, I'm a Nebraska fan. Refs have fucked me a lot.
Oh, Baylor plays OU this weekend.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Big news Saturday, dude.
But that means that we have to beat OU.
Yes.
Because suddenly that head-to-head matters a lot more than it should.
Can we talk about how many games the Big 12 has given OU at 11 a.m. this year? That's fucking hilarious.
And last year they had how many primetime games?
One of them was against Iowa State.
Yeah, where our friend Dylan Soehner completed a pass. Fun fact, Iowa State has more completed passes against Oklahoma than Spencer Rattler has touchdown passes.
Dude, I just love that Xavier Hutchinson has a completion percentage of 100%, and his average pass is like 49 yards.
That's more than Texas's fucking quarterback had.
But no, so what were you asking about the West Virginia game? Like, did we watch it?
I listened to it.
Oh, what? I'll need
Hold
to.
on. No, just
no. I need to adjust. Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
No. So what was your
That's good.
what was your question about that, Dylan?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I didn't watch it, but somehow we lost, and it's just crazy that we should be going to the championship. Like that loss and the Baylor loss, just stupid.
I didn't watch that game because it was on ESPN Plus, and I didn't have access to it. And every time I want to side tangent this real quickly. Every time I think about because the NHL is on ESPN now, and I'm like, oh man, I love watching the 30-for-30 documentaries. And like, I can watch some Big 12 stuff, Big 12 now on ESPN Plus, so I can watch a lot of Cyclone stuff. So I'm thinking, oh man, maybe I should start investing, or like maybe I should actually subscribe to ESPN Plus. And then the West Virginia game happens, and I heard the coverage was pretty piss poor. And then I remembered the technical difficulties where like anybody subscribed to ESPN Plus watching the UNI Iowa State game, they missed the ending of the game because they had technical difficulties. Then that just reminded me, oh yeah, that's not a good idea. I'm not going to subscribe to ESPN Plus. But anyway, it was on ESPN Plus, but I listened to it on Cyclone Radio Network. And John Walters had a lot to say. I mean, granted, it's a biased broadcast, but also with the ESPN Plus, I heard the same broadcast seemed a little bit biased towards West Virginia. So, but John Walters, his emotion and everything, it seemed like West Virginia should get fined because they were pumping noise into the speakers up until the snap, like right up until snap.
Music. NCAA rules state that you are not allowed to have any kind of artificially introduced noise that would interfere with players' hearing signals.
It's too hard to like prove. Like,
it's very easy to it's very easy to prove when Matt Campbell called a timeout while screaming at the referees for 4 plays. 4 plays. And I got this from the radio broadcast, who are very biased but very honest. These are the same guys that said, "God damn, we are making every punter look like a fucking All-American," on broadcast, and had to apologize for swearing.
Don Walter said
Don
Walter said that?
I think it was the guy next to him.
Okay.
And it was so funny because during the West Virginia game, they go, "They're playing music right now. They're still playing music. Purdy's calling signals, and they're playing music. Hall's in motion, and they're playing music. Why are they playing music?" And then the snap goes, and we get like a 3-yard loss. 4 plays go by with them calling like that. And then Campbell calls a timeout, and they go, "He's been screaming at the referees for 4 plays now." And we're wondering if they're not going to call up to the booth and say, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that because that is against NCAA rules." And then suddenly the next play, there's no music at all. Because there was no band at West Virginia. If a band does it, that's different. Because a band is people. And it's a little harder with people,
Yeah, 20. Did we play at West Virginia 2017? I think
2017 was in Morgantown, yeah.
They got in trouble for every time we kicked a field goal, they were shining a military grade laser pointer in our holders' eyes.
Oh,
they stopped the game. They stopped the game like 3 times, and then finally the ref said the home team will get a penalty if it happens again. So they're just scumbags over there, I guess.
No, dude, like West Virginia came from the Big East. The Big East is like the fucking trailer park of football. Basketball, fucking kings of the sport. And I will gladly admit that. That conference quite literally made ESPN in solely in basketball. But in football, holy fuck. That conference is a fucking shit show. Villanova, UConn, West Virginia. Those 3 just fucking fuckbags.
Like Texas does it. Texas pump artificial crowd noise through their speakers.
Wow.
And like you could tell on the film, like the camera would shake and then it would just stop right whenever the play was about to start. Like right when the snap happened, it would just stop. It's like, everyone's cheering, and then as soon as the play starts, everyone stops.
It tends to happen when your crowd's fucking sick of your shit.
Well, their crowd is like a median age of like 62.
Oh yeah, no, their crowd actually will cheer up till the right point. Like, I don't know, like you've obviously never played at Nebraska, but back in the day when Nebraska was actually like, half decent.
Yeah,
when
like
they played it, when they played in the Big 12, I'll say that. Give me something. All right, I'm young. When they played in the Big 12, Nebraska was like pretty decent, and we would cheer up until we knew that the snap was happening. When was the last time that you heard cheering so loud from a stadium of 92 fucking thousand people that you couldn't hear your quarterback calling?
That was it. The Texas game, 2018.
Yeah, 2018 was a loud one, if I remember correctly. That one was a loud game.
Yeah,
but the West Virginia game,
it's not a common thing. Is like the big thing. I've heard that Penn State pumps artificial noise in. Ohio State pumps artificial noise in. Ohio State has 115 fucking thousand people. You don't need to pump noise in, dude. They already can't hear.
Wait, did you say Nebraska was good in the Big 12?
I mean, we made the conference championship our last 2 years.
So how?
Don't talk about 2009 against Iowa State. Don't stop.
No, I'm not. I was gonna say
Okay.
in 2009, I didn't even know Iowa State was a school.
Okay, good.
So how do they go to a conference worse in the Big 12 and then do worse? If that's the case?
It's look, man.
Thank you, Tiger
It's
Hawk King, for the
it's
follow.
really tough. Hey, Davey's here! Fuck yeah, man! No, dude. Okay, Nebraska
Dude, I
and the Big.
cannot
Ten.
get behind the Big Ten, and I'll die on that hill.
I've never been behind the Big Ten.
I'd rather sit on my front lawn and watch my grass grow than watch a Big Ten game.
Hey, what happened in 2009 about Iowa State? Fuck you, Dave.
Dave, you just got doxxed.
Congrats, Keep. No, the West Virginia game, I was listening to that on the radio, internetradiocycling.com, and holy crap.
I used TuneIn because I accidentally paid $110 to have TuneIn Premium.
But anyway, like, I was listening to that, and holy crap. I mean, I get it, the radio broadcast is coming from the press box, the microphones are coming from the press box, but god damn, it was so loud in the press box, too, from the speakers that they were playing, the music they were playing. I understand John Walter's concern and like frustration with that because that was loud. That was unnecessarily loud. And right up to the snap. That was my biggest issue. I didn't have, you can say whatever you want about the refs, but the whole that angered me. That angered me, the fact that you're playing music that loud, that freaking loud. Right up in the snap.
It like if you're hearing it on the radio broadcast, that's ridiculous. Because those.
Hey, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was gonna say people just do scummy shit. Like, remember? So Okie State has that ginormous fucking screen. Like it's the biggest screen you've ever seen in your life, and it's literally like right off the field. It's close to the field. It's not very high up, and it's the biggest screen you've ever seen. And I believe it was against Texas, and when Dicker was kicking a field goal, they made the whole screen yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
So he couldn't see the fucking goalpost.
Yeah.
Like fucking dog shit, man.
I do.
There's a reason that Mike Gundy's not a respected coach, and I can guarantee he had nothing to do with that. However, fucking mullets
Gary
plus
Patterson though.
Oh, dude, you mean the fucking Game Award coach?
So
that's what happened.
Funny thing about
that's one of the things that happened
was I was right before the season started. I did Around the Corn podcast, and
no way, what?
And Quinn was on there, right? Quinn.
Dude, Quinn's got some fucking hot ass takes,
dude. And they were like, "What's your hottest take of the season?" And I don't even remember what I said, but Quinn's hottest take was Gary Patterson gets fired mid-season. And I was like, he texted me whenever that happened. I was like, holy shit, bro. Like, that guy's been there so long, and just call it out the season it happens is nuts.
That's wild. Dude, that's actually wild. Also, fun fact, for those of you that care to know, we partnered with Around the Corn for a preseason preview show. And personally, me and what's his name? Oh, Hawkeye Matt did a Big Ten preview. We got 10 downloads on Spotify. Fucking nuts as fuck. Ha! That's actually literally our peak on Spotify, which is great. And yeah, I'm sure ATC got a lot more, especially with Dylan's name being on there. But like, I don't know. I'm so proud of that.
Yeah, I think ATC's got they've had a couple episodes get quite a few downloads.
My first episode on there got, I think, close to like 500 downloads, if I remember correctly, after the Oklahoma game. and all I remember is me saying like, "Yo, what's up?" and Ryan being like, "Oh, that voice." And I'm like, "All right, I can stop listening to my own episode. Sick. All right, hell yeah." I hate hearing my own voice.
I think everybody does.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you ever? Do you listen back to the interviews that you do?
Sometimes. I don't know. I don't like search them out, but if they like pop up or someone reposts it, I'll listen to a few seconds. But I think everybody hates. Sometimes I'll watch it just to like make sure I didn't sound like a dumbass. Because trying to like deflect questions, sometimes you can stumble and sound like an idiot.
Here's a question, Dylan: is your mom hot?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I actually got asked that in an interview, NFL, like a pre-draft interview.
Didn't you say it was like the Vikings or some shit?
That question, they asked some wild shit. I don't know if it's like to see how you'll react or I don't know. Between that and all the like assessments to make sure you're not a serial killer.
That's fair. Hey, did you ever fucking like snap rabbits' necks as a kid?
Yeah.
No.
What's the purpose of those questions? Is it to prepare you for stupid questions that you would get in the media room?
Well, probably one to make sure you're not.
Some of those are to like, yeah, some of them are to like a personality trait, like so they can see if you're like a dangerous personality, like to do something fucking wild.
Look, man, I saw a kid dump hand sanitizer on a rabbit today. I'm not gonna fucking sign that kid to a fucking pro sports contract.
Yeah,
hand sanitizer is literally poisonous.
Have you ever done or thought about like hurting things for fun or pleasure or something like shit like that?
I've thought about hurting my dick for pleasure.
Oh
Does
my
that
God.
count?
Are you gonna bring out a toilet paper roll now?
So
No, I will. Oh, okay. Hey, Dylan. Here's a question for you. All right. All right. Fully erect. Does your dick fit inside of a toilet paper roll?
we had this
Like
conversation
the tube.
last time.
I don't give a fuck. Does it?
Okay, so like define fit. Like, is there a cap?
Like, can you put it? Is there a cap? What do you mean? Like are you talking like, oh, I can fit the tip in?
No, I
or
mean like do you like if it goes through the other side, does it count as fitting still, or is that not fitting?
Yeah. If you can like fully put it through the other end.
I don't know how big is the fucking.
This is actually happening. A good thing we marked these as not safe for work.
Oh, he's got toilet paper right there. $6.
I mean,
fully erect. Would your dick fit through that?
that's pretty like for perspective. That's you can fit the whole, not even just the lid, like the rim, but even like
Ooh.
the bottom part. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Are there different sizes of toilet paper? Because that seems pretty wide to me.
I do know that they make toilet paper that's stupidly thin and for like fucking Russia.
Is that rollless? Is there no paper roll in there?
No, there's like a cardboard in there.
Okay.
I see it.
I can't tell.
But I'm saying like that, like
That's like what, 2 fingers?
It's like 4.
No.
Bro, that's pretty wide, dog.
So
it's hard to tell when you're holding it too, because it feels like I'm holding the toilet paper, so it feels really thick, right?
Right.
Like my dick doesn't feel this thick, like how I'm holding this. I would hope not,
dude. If it did, that would probably fucking hurt everyone, including you. Like, imagine how much blood it would take to like. That's like a fucking Coke can.
I think it's kind of funny here in chat. Tiger Hawk King says, "You know damn well what Dylan is trying once stream ends."
Like, no, seriously.
I think with some lube, probably, right? That's respectable.
Like if I've learned anything from watching Soda Poppin', it's that if your dick fits inside of a toilet paper roll, you've got a small dick.
I don't believe that.
Look, man. Are you saying that Soda Poppin's a liar?
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first. A multi-millionaire NFL player is saying that Soda Poppin's a liar. By the way, can we drop the news?
Sure. For anyone that gives a shit.
So you heard it here first, folks. Dylan Soehner is staying with the Saints until at least next season.
As of now, I mean,
as of right now, yeah, they're not planning on dropping him. He also has to have surgery next week. So next Friday, he's going to be drugged the fuck up. So hit him with your shittiest memes then, because he'll probably giggle at him.
Yep. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So y'all heard it here first. We're dropping fucking scoops.
Yeah, I mean the business aspect of it is so real that anything could change any day. But
no, that's the thing. Like, I remember you told me back when you first got injured, you were like, "Yeah, if they can afford to keep me, they want to keep me."
Yeah.
But they can't necessarily afford to keep me, and I get it 100%. It's like, it's just like esports, because you're a League of Legends player. You follow, I don't know how closely you follow Pro League of Legends, but you follow it slightly.
Yeah.
And it's like Team Liquid at Double Lift, who is arguably the greatest ADC in North American history. And he was performing like shit. You're not going to keep a player that's performing like shit that you're paying a lot of money for.
Right.
So you're going to try and get rid of him. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter on that. You haven't performed like shit for the Saints.
Well, haven't performed at all.
Exactly.
I'm still salty about what the Packers did to you. The fact that they were like, oh, hey, they still had draft picks, but they're like, hey, what are you looking at? How much you want? Like, that's.
Wait, what? I haven't heard. I don't remember hearing this. What?
Yeah. So it was like halfway through the 5th round, maybe the beginning of the 6th round of the draft, and it had already been like a crazy day. Like, in the 4th round, the Falcons said they had 2 picks. They said they were taking me with one of them. They didn't. 5th round, the Bills had 3 picks. Said I was one of their 3 5th-round picks for sure. Then the 5th round ends. The tight end coach calls me and is like, "Man, I lost the battle," because I guess that's the offensive coaches go to the GM and the defensive coaches go to the GM, and they both plead their case for their guy for that pick, and he said he lost the battle. So it's just been a roller coaster of a day, and then I guess like into the 5th, start of the 6th, and Matt LaFleur is calling. I'm on a 3-way call with him, my agent, and he's like, "Listen, we don't know if Mercedes even has a full year left. Like, we don't have a why after him. Like, we've got to have this guy." And he's telling my agent, he's like, "Name your price, man. Like, whatever you guys got to have." And my agent was basically like, "You guys have picks left. Like, that's our price, or kick rocks." So it's basically what happened.
What was the price you named, or your agent named?
He didn't.
The price was the draft picks, because the Packers still had draft picks left, and they're calling his agent. They're basically calling him and Dylan, saying, "Hey, we want you, but we're not going to use our draft picks on you when we have still draft picks."
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, no, I get it now. Yeah. Sorry.
And I'm salty that my team did that to you.
Which at that point,
it could have been 3 fucking Cyclones on that team, man.
At that point, going undrafted is better. Like,
you can more. right?
Yeah, my guaranteed money just off of signing with the Saints was like equivalent to their like fourth or fifth round picks. So
Because what was it that I remember your contract was? So you signed 3 years, I can't remember the exact numbers. So if I'm wrong on this, but it was
I don't
like
even
3
know.
years, $2.25 million, right?
Yes, ish.
And you were guaranteed
120 in year one.
something like that. I think it was like 127.
Yeah.
And that was if you were. I'm pretty sure that was if you were cut
Yeah,
at
that
training
was
camp.
that was guaranteed no matter what happened.
Right. And because you weren't cut at training camp, you were guaranteed if you weren't cut during the season because of your injury. I think your injury fucked it a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you weren't cut during the season, it was like 700 some thousand guaranteed. And so, like, I remember hearing that, and I was like, I can almost guarantee you that was better than going drafted.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck what, like, because obviously you didn't go in the first two rounds.
If you get drafted, like if I would have been in the 6th or 7th round, you could get the only guaranteed you have is your signing bonus, and it's like
That
45
sucks.
grand,
Oh, fuck. What was you didn't get a signing bonus, though, right?
20.
Oh, shit. So that's still all right.
Yeah. I mean, they screw you on taxes and deductions. Like, of that 20, I got like 8.5.
Hey, but you still get like a fuck ton of
do you remember
discounts.
do you remember when Tom Brady was going to be fined for like 80% of his contract?
No, I don't. Do you remember when Alan Lazard just got fined 15 grand?
Yep.
Did he really?
Yep, he did.
What the fuck did he do?
He got COVID.
Violating
Oh,
COVID.
fuck.
Violating the NFL and NFLPA's COVID protocol. I don't know exactly what the protocols are.
Did
though.
Rodgers get fined that much?
He got fined the exact same.
Okay,
So,
good.
I
Because
wonder
Rodgers is a
if
fucking idiot.
that's the same. Like that's the fine you get for not wearing a mask in a building.
I'm not gonna argue with the NFL on that, but like as long as they're being fair about it, because Rodgers is the fucking NFL's golden boy for whatever
Here's
fucking
the
reason.
exact details of it. So, Rodgers and Lazard both got fined $15,475 or something like that. The Packers organization as a whole got fined $300,000.
Good. I say this, right? Allen, like very young. He's not a star. He's not like an
Whoa.
icon. He's not a.
It's a number 2 receiver.
Yeah, I was gonna say usually he's not a
He's
star.
number 2 receivers for the Packers. Okay, Wisconsin. All right. How many people from Wisconsin do you know?
One of
Dylan,
my
you don't count. You
one
went
of
to
my
school in
project
Iowa.
partners is from Wisconsin.
How many
Cool.
professional football teams do you know from Wisconsin? Exactly, and he's the number 2 guy on the team.
I look
behind
man,
one of the best, behind a top 5 receiver in the league.
He also went undrafted and was very underrated until the end of last season.
Yeah, he made. Dude, that's the crazy thing about this league. You got to make one play, or one event occurs, and it makes your entire career.
Like Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah,
Can you name one play that Odell Beckham Jr. has made that makes him an incredible receiver aside from quite literally the one catch that he had with the Giants?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just got to get your foot in the door somehow. Allen is an incredible player and he works really hard. And then he had that one game where
he's on kickoff return.
Well, he got called up because the tight end got injured, and then he made a big 3rd down catch. I believe he might have caught a touchdown that game. And in the post game interview, like Aaron Rodgers is pumping his tires, and the rest is history, man. Then he from that point on, all he had to do was just keep, producing.
Here's an interesting stat about Lazard. He is responsible for Jordan Love's first, I believe Jordan Love's first passing touchdown in the NFL. He definitely scored the only touchdown on Sunday. Lazard caught that. And you made a really good move, too.
So, can we talk about how the Saints wiped the floor with the Packers in week 1, and now the organizations have just gone opposite directions from that moment?
I'm confused about this. I am really confused.
Hey man, the Saints have the absolute greatest defensive weapon on the roster. It just absolutely sucks that he's a quarterback.
Well, he's out. Jameis is out for the year.
Jameis's Bakery?
Yeah. What was the injury again?
I think he tore his ACL.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it ACL? I knew it was lower body, but I couldn't remember what exactly it was.
But
Because somebody had
between
said
that-
something about possibly like a kidney injury, like Luck had gotten early in his career.
like our cap space is always a living nightmare every year, and so with that, and then you've got your starting quarterback goes down, who's an expensive player. You've got Michael Thomas, who's a really expensive player, who's not going to come back this year.
Yeah,
So
that hurt.
already being in cap space hell, and then you've got 2 of your highest paid players are injured for the year. You don't really have room to like bring on extra weapons money wise. So you're kind of, I mean,
Tiger Hawk King called the Saints, what did he say here? He said, Saints are broke, literal poverty program.
It's a dude. We're a fucking poverty franchise right now. We lost the greatest passer in NFL history. Dude, Dylan, it sucks that you never got to meet Breeze. I'm actually
met him.
pissed. No, what?
yeah. You don't think
Dude,
he hangs out?
I think he
What?
still hangs out with the organization. I think he still goes to practices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He still lives in New Orleans?
I don't know that. I'm sure he
I
has
mean,
a house there.
Is around in New Orleans?
Yeah, I met him at the facility twice.
Fuck. What's he like?
He's just an average dude, man. He's
No, don't say that!
There it is. There it is. I was
He's
just
not an average dude! He's the greatest passer in NFL history!
Yeah, but like, I don't know. He's just a guy, man. I mean, he's a nice guy.
Well, Skeeta, do you want Breeze to be an absolute dickwad and just be like all high and
No, I
mighty?
want him to be a fucking legend. I want Dylan to be all like, yeah, he quoted fucking Lao Tzu to me, just off the cuff because he wanted to.
God, you're treating him like Aesop or something.
No,
I-
he
Or
was
Aesop. I think
carrying
it's
like
Aesop.
his 19 kids.
That's
Yeah,
isn't that Rivers?
Jason, Jason, I don't think you understand what the Saints were before Drew Brees came around.
Almost moving to Houston, I think it was, or San Antonio.
So during Archie Manning, who is arguably one of the greater quarterbacks in NFL history, Archie Manning was very, very, very good. Saints fans would wear paper bags over their heads. And they continue to do so until they got Drew Brees as a quarterback from the fucking Chargers.
Well, Sean Payton at the same time too.
Yeah, Sean Payton was right there. Sean Payton's definitely like second to Bill Belichick in my opinion.
Thanks for follow Buffer Overflow.
But okay, CTE kicked in there. I forgot what I was going to say.
It's just one of those things where it's like I became a Saints fan because of their only Super Bowl appearance, because somebody told me they've only been in the Super Bowl once, and I go, this team's bad, I'm gonna like them. And I decided to look into how bad they really were. They were fucking bad.
I became a Saints fan like 2 years before that, I guess, because whenever Reggie Bush got drafted.
Oh yeah, that was
07?
2000.
07, 06, somewhere around there.
I want to say 7. And like Reggie Bush is my favorite NFL running back of all time, and that will never change, even though he's a kind of a shitbag, like morally. Like nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that he's kind of like morally very corrupt.
Well, I mean, he took some cash in college. Who wouldn't?
fair enough. But also, like, did you take cash in college?
No, but
Technically, you did. The PS5.
Oh yeah, true.
No,
sold it.
his team took cash.
No, he
college.
sold it. He sold it.
I sold it, but I mean,
he declared literally like
Yeah.
the day he literally declared on the plane ride like out of Arizona. I was pissed, by the way, when he declared.
Not on the plane ride, dog. I was in Arizona chilling.
Oh fuck, dude! I was pissed though when you declared. I was all like, "Yo, I've heard from I don't know how many people that we're expecting to get all 3 of our fucking tight ends back," and then you were all like, "Yo, by the way, I've declared," and I was like, "Fuck!" And then like less than a week later, Kane fucking declared, and I was like, "Fuck! We've lost both of our key role players, dude."
Yeah, I mean, I talk to the coaches a lot, and I trust Coach Campbell, and he would never like give me bad advice. And
did he tell you to declare?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. No, I would trust Matt Campbell. If Matt Campbell told me, "Hey man, invest in Doge," I'd fucking sink everything I have.
Then I wonder why Charles P. Kohler didn't declare.
Same reason. He trusts Coach Campbell, and he told him he didn't think it was a good idea.
Oh, okay.
Dude, my man, Charles P.
They just thought that of the 3, I was the most physically ready.
I agree, because you were quite literally, you were the 3rd best blocking tight end in the draft class.
Yeah, and they Coach Campbell has good relationships with the front offices of a lot of NFL teams from them trying to hire him all the time. And so he got a lot of feedback from that, and his point was like, what more are you going to gain by staying another year to increase your stock outside of maybe another injury? Well, here we are, but
that's true. Plus, you have 2 degrees already. Like
amount of classes to take, but
like, what were you going to take? Fucking kinesiology classes? Hey guys, I learned how to salsa dance this semester.
No, he's going to take bowling.
But like,
that's also a kinesiology class.
Okay. We all 3 come back. What happens? I replicate the same season that I had prior to, probably same stats, and hopefully no injuries. So
I mean, because you have what, 1 touchdown in your career, like 13 catches.
No, I probably had more than 13 my senior year. I think I had like over 30. But,
my bad. I probably misremember.
But it was like,
not trying to downplay you at all, Doug.
No, I don't care. But it's like, all 3 of us come back. It's like the script isn't just going to flip this season, and I'm going to go from the blocking guy and I'm going to get 80 targets. Like it's just not how it's. My role is still going to be my role. So
I feel like, and you and I have talked about this before, like in private, but like blocking tight ends are so underrated. I don't know how many people I've talked to where they're like, "Oh, nobody uses the blocking tight end." What do you mean? Most teams,
everybody,
like, as far as I know, as far as I know, most teams run a 2 tight end scheme at the very minimum.
Yeah.
And like, look at the Bucks. They had Gronk, and then whoever the fuck the other tight end was all the time that was blocking. You're not gonna run just Gronk. Yeah. Like he's literally, in my opinion, this might be wrong.
Last year,
and
last year Gronk didn't even he wasn't even a receiving tight end throughout the year.
Most of the year he was blocking.
The guy had like 2 catches until the Super Bowl.
But obviously you're going to use Gronk in the Super Bowl because he's Gronk.
Yeah.
And like Jimmy Graham.
But like every team, like it ain't just Travis Kelce, right? Like there's a guy that does the blocking. Like,
isn't Kelce a blocking tight end? Or no. I'm thinking of what's the one that plays for Denver? The Iowa tight end that plays for Denver.
Noah Fant, he's not a blocking tight end.
I've literally seen him catch like 3 passes all year.
No, he's receiving tight end. He's fast.
He's a shit receiving tight end then.
No, it's just that Denver doesn't have a quarterback.
He's solid.
Maybe Denver should fucking fix their issues.
Hey, easy on my boy Teddy, man. Teddy was good to us.
Hey, because you have him in fantasy doesn't mean you need to defend him.
We're kicking ourselves for getting rid of Teddy right about now. James going down.
I'm just saying that as somebody who, because somebody has told me that, who is a Broncos fan and who has Sunday ticket and watches them. He was like saying, "Yeah, we need a new quarterback. Our quarterback situation is just really bad. We need a new quarterback."
Yeah, I mean that's what every NFL fan thinks.
That is true. Armchair fans. I don't know. I try not to have much of an opinion just because I'm just. Technically, I am an owner. Technically, I do own an NFL team, but I'm one of those people.
How many shares do you own of the Packers?
I own 1.
I own 15.
Why did you buy 15 shares of the Packers?
I didn't buy 15. I was told that I own 15 shares of the Packers.
I don't think you do, unless somebody bought stock for you back in like '97 or so.
I was told that I own 15 shares of the Packers, and that's all I know. I don't care. I was told.
Sounds like an NFT scam.
It does.
No. Yes.
I own this picture of a monkey.
No, I actually have this.
Tyrese Halliburton owns a fucking picture of a monkey.
It's worth $300,000. You can't use it.
Hey man, Ryan's gonna come for you. Don't.
Oh! What's this? What's this button here on my keyboard called print screen? Oh, I'm gonna just use that keyboard here and just paste it in the MS Paint, and now it's mine.
All right, I want to hear. I want to hear a genuine opinion from Dylan. Unfiltered, untitled, underqualified. What is your opinion on the league's vaccine mandate? Or whatever it really is, what's your opinion on it?
Hold on, before we get into this, can somebody fill me in? There is I didn't know the NFL had a vaccine mandate. What?
So it's not quite a mandate.
What is the NFL protocol on this? Because I really don't know.
Dylan would know more than I do, but I don't believe that it's quite a mandate. But obviously, Rodgers and Lazard.
So they've kind of like put out these rules. So they don't want to make a mandate, right? Because that's not really. They don't see that as ethical to like make people do something, especially in regards to their health and in an industry where your health is literally how you make money. So what's kind of fucked up what they've done is they've kind of like coerced people into getting it by putting out all these guidelines and all these rules that if you're not vaccinated, then your life is like a living hell, basically. So you have like your restrictions are way more intense if you're not vaccinated. And that goes from like the wearing a mask stuff to like who you can be, who can eat with, and like what time, like the testing and all the, you got to show up earlier to test and you got to sit around and wait on your result before you can go in the facility. Like the fines are crazy. Same thing that happened to Alan. Like if you were vaccinated and you tested positive, you could just test negative and then you could play. But if you're not vaccinated and you test positive, it doesn't matter how many times you test negative, you're out for a certain number of days. So there's no mandatory vaccination, but they've just made this shit pile of rules that if you're not vaccinated, then it's like, good luck.
Okay, that I appreciate the insight there and educating me on that. I'm confused I'm just confused about the policy.
So what's your opinion on all of it, Dylan?
I don't know. I got vaccinated because I don't give a shit and I'd rather make my life easier than harder.
Are you gonna get a booster?
if they don't make me, I won't, just because. But no reason to go out of my way. Like I don't fear COVID for my own health, right? Like I don't. The only reason I got it was for work and to make life easier. And I guess it helps. Like if I were to be exposed somehow, I don't do anything, so I probably wouldn't be. But if I were to be exposed and around my family at the same time, which also wouldn't happen because they don't live here, but
Well, they live in
older
Arkansas,
relatives.
which you've been in.
Yeah,
Not-
but I'm not like a anti-vaxxer, but I'm also not like a pro-vaxxer. I don't really care.
So I want to add full disclosure. So like, I work with a lot of immunocompromised people because of my business that I run, and so I got vaccinated. Right, I was offered the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for free through my day job. You know, not the greatest vaccine, obviously, but took it. I get a booster tomorrow. I'm probably going to feel like shit because everybody that I've talked to that exercises, like, I probably exercise harder than Dylan because he's a little bitch. But
I will step back here and let you
that
two.
little smirk.
I'll step back here
was
and
all I wanted.
let you deal it out. How many rounds? 12 rounds. Fox Bet
mean-
Super 6 app. How many rounds will it go? Who will land more punches? Who will win by
No,
what
he'll land
knockout
more punches. He'll hit the ground less, but I also know if he's landing at the end of 12.
What round will the first
that
knockout
little,
occur?
that little smirk was all I wanted.
I mean, in the last 12 weeks, you're not wrong. So
That little smirk was all I wanted. No,
Well,
I've
isn't
been
it,
like,
you
you
can't.
could do a slight jog in the last 12 weeks and work out harder than me. So
oh fuck, yeah, there you go. Hey,
It's because you had surgery though, right? That's why you can't. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's what I was hoping. But at the same time, that smile that you gave was so fucking funny to me.
Well, I mean, when you say something that's just so asinine, it's like
but like, yeah. So like, I like to think that I work out fairly like rigorously, and so for anybody that's ever done a like 7-day a week workout program, you will at about a week to 2 weeks in feel like you're sick. You're not sick. It's your body saying, stop, slow down. We have this incredible stress. We need to figure the fuck out what we're doing. Don't stop. When suddenly you introduce something that is new, quite literally any shot, you're going to feel like shit. You know, any vaccine, you're going to feel like shit because it's your body saying, stop. There's this new stressor that that has been introduced. Stop everything. I'm not going to stop. I'm getting my shot tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to be trying for a new squat PR. I squat every fucking day because I fucking want to, because fuck everything. I hate my life. I hate living. So I'm going to squat every fucking day.
Vibe check. Are you okay?
Dylan's like, what the hell?
that escalated quickly.
Yeah. Vibe check. Are you okay?
It's Bulgarian weightlifting methodology. I've been squatting every day since junior year of high school. Okay, I'm fine physically,
But I mean, yeah, like as far as like foreign stuff throwing your body off, that's what I kind of explained to you, that CAT scan kind of deal I'm having on Tuesday, and it's so I guess your spinal fluid is like the most regulated thing in your body. Like your body doesn't regulate anything more closely than that. And what they're doing is injecting a dye into that. And also they're putting a hole there so it could leak as well. And from what I heard is like that can cause like weird shit to happen. Like when that fluid gets off balance, like you can get like the most intense headache you've ever had in your life, or you could like lose feeling in your right pinky toe, or like just like weird shit could happen just because your body's just freaking out.
Just the fact that they're doing this sounds
Bro, you
extremely-
need your pinky toes, dog. People forget those, but like, goddamn.
Fun fact: I don't have a big toe on my left foot. I have a toe. It just
No
doesn't
way.
work.
Oh wait, what? Wait, what?
show feet
Dude,
pics.
no, what?
Show feet pics, or is that only on your OnlyFans?
So it used to be completely dead, like it hung like this.
Oh
Like
shit!
you
So
could
you
flick it, and it,
so you'd lift up your foot and it would just like hang.
yeah.
Oh fuck!
But now I've gotten some back, so I can push down regularly, but it doesn't go. I can raise it up against air, but if I tried to hold it up and someone pushed down on it, it would just do this. It just.
So you have movement, but
I have movement, but it's weakness. It's not full strength. Yeah.
Oh shit! That's kind of fucking wild. So
From
so which foot
left.
are
So
in your right-handed?
Yeah.
So that would very typically affect jumping and push-off speed.
I can push down just as hard, so that doesn't really affect. But the weakness, the only time I notice it in anything is because it's weak. If I try to do like a backwards lunge with that foot or something.
Oh, so you probably lose balance, yeah?
Yeah. And it like it's painful to kind of hold up, but it happened. So it first went completely dead whenever I snapped my leg, and I guess like where the leg broke is right where that nerve canal runs down. Like there's a nerve canal that runs like right to the left of your shin bone.
What did you break? Tibia?
Fibula. And so when all that trauma happened, and then the swelling was so bad, it compressed the nerves. And so that's what killed it all the way. And then since I've got like, half back or whatever, probably 3/4 back. And then with the nerve stuff with the back, it's kind of gotten worse again. But yeah, nerve damage, boys.
Yeah, that does not sound fun.
That's tough, dude. No, that's tough. Dude, fibula. So like, I'm a Knicks fan. Back when he was with the Lakers, Julius Randle, our like star, broke his fibula after 14 minutes of play, and people were pissed because they were like, "That's not weight bearing. You can fucking play." And it's like, dude, he broke a fucking bone. Dude, can you imagine how much pain he's in right now?
Yeah, it also depends on like the severity of it too.
I mean, true, but at the same time, it's like
mine was like if this was my bone, there was a piece like this that was like over here, and then it was like two pieces like this, not connected.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild. It's like
now I have an 18-inch plate.
Oh, dude, holy fuck! That's so big!
I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, you see.
Oh, I can. Oh, dude!
Holy crap!
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Oh, damn! Dylan Soehner showed off fucking feet pics for free on stream. God, dude, I was about to say like that's comparable to me. Like when I broke my right wrist, I ended up with a piece of my wrist right here, like not this, sorry, this knuckle isn't this big. That's a piece of my wrist just chilling.
Yeah.
And so like this bone should be bigger, like more similar to this bone, but it's not. Yeah, no, I don't have a fucking like 1.5 long plate in my goddamn wrist.
Yeah, I've had some wild shit, dude. I almost lost my arm when this happened.
Oh, fuck? That's a scar and a half, dude.
What happened there?
Jesus.
I
Tommy
got
John?
that started out as a turf burn.
What the fuck did you do?
Nah, I was in the hospital for like 10 days and I almost died / amputated my arm. Had MRSA.
Did you fucking decide to gnaw on your fucking arm?
They give you, I guess MRSA is like a
MRSA's really bad.
bacteria that
Right.
it like commonly grows in artificial turf, and so
Oh no, yeah.
it was a
Yeah,
turf
I do
burn,
forget that it grows there. But like, Jesus.
and it was a turf burn, got infected. It was a really wild story actually, and yeah, it was bad. I had like a vein right here that was literally like someone drew with a red Sharpie on my arm going straight to my heart, which is like the telltale sign of like this infection is bad.
Jeez.
They cut it open. That's why the scar's so big. They sliced it open and they've got like a pressure washer basically, and they washed it out. Then they stitched it, stapled it, and then it didn't work. So then they went back in, washed it out again. And he was like, man, if this one doesn't work, then we're going to have to explore some other options.
Yeah,
So
MRSA's. I didn't know MRSA grew in turf, but two, it's. I can only imagine just how rough that would have been, just because the area affected probably was very, very large, considering it's a burn.
Yeah, and just the so I went in to the ER because my arm was like twice the normal size, and the guy didn't swab the wound. He didn't take blood. He did nothing. Wrote me an oral prescription at Hy-Vee and sent me on my way. And then I was standing in line at Hy-Vee trying to fill the prescription, and I literally was like, couldn't because of the pain was so bad. And so I called the trainers. I was like, guys, I don't know what's going on, but I can't do this. And so we went back to the ER. And as soon as the doctor walked in the second time, it was a different guy. He was like, holy shit. And he didn't even say a word to me. He turned around and found a nurse. He was like, can you see if we got a room available? And then they kept me in the hospital for like 6 or 7 days.
Was this while you were with the team?
Yeah, it was during spring practice.
Oh, okay. What year, if I may ask?
I think it was 2018. Maybe 2019, actually. I think it was the same, like that season I broke my leg.
Oh, man.
That's Jesus, what the fuck?
I had double ankle surgeries.
Dude, you're a fucking medical marvel. What the hell?
Yeah, I had
How are you still in sports?
I had my right ankle surgery on December 1st last year when we played the Big 12 championship.
And you played in the Fiesta Bowl? Did you play in the Fiesta Bowl?
I played in the Big 12 championship.
Dude, that was the Big 12 championship was like what, December 8th?
It was like 18th.
Oh fuck, yeah, I was supposed to go. Yeah. 17th, I was supposed to head down to Texas with Ryan, and then he goes, "Yo, I can't go," and I'm like, "Fuck." Yeah, you played in that game. I remember they said Dylan Soehner with the catch, and I tweeted out Boomer Soehner because the name looks similar enough. Like it's a fucking good tweet. You can't tell me it's not a good tweet.
I actually do remember hearing Soehner's name on the broadcast because my brother was watching the recording of it. And it's like, I know that guy.
We were getting like multiple different so our plumbing sucks here. Our kitchen sink had no water pressure for years, and our shower, no water pressure at all. Especially when the washing machine or the dishwasher would get going. Literally zero. It'd be drips, if anything. And so we had somebody that was fixing that, and the game was going on. He'd hear me and my brother yelling as my parents were gone for my sister's basketball games, and he would hear me and my brother yelling when something good would happen, and he'd come like sprinting out to watch. And I remember and he's a family friend of ours. And I remember we talked for 45 minutes after the game ended about how pissed I was because I felt like we got gypped in the middle of the game. Not like the refs didn't lose the game. I'm not saying that at all. But I felt like we got kind of screwed a little bit. Yeah. Like we had more of a chance had the refs not messed up. I think it was. I can't remember what call it was.
I disagree.
They threw out Akeem Young on the first play.
That was one of them for sure, dude. Had he been in the game, this season has literally proven that. Had he been in the game, totally different.
You guys might not like this take, but Akeem Young.
Jason's gonna be like, Iowa State sucked last year.
No, Iowa State was good last year, but Akeem Young doesn't know how to tackle. And
he just likes to hit hard.
He deserved to get kicked out of there based off the way the targeting rule is written. I still hate the targeting rule, the way it's written. I think it needs to be changed. But the way it's written, there was definitely targeting, and he did it himself. He needs to learn how to tackle, and he still doesn't really know how to tackle. He just kind of throws his shoulder out there. He doesn't wrap up.
So if he leads with his shoulder, who the fuck cares?
I mean, I care because that
doesn't break the rules. That's not targeting if he leads with the shoulder. That's literally not targeting.
You're missing the point here. What I'm talking about is he leads with the should when he tackles now. I mean, you think
he typically doesn't.
Skeet, let me fucking finish. You think that if you lead with your shoulder, that's gonna successfully tackle somebody? Like so many tackles, like so many people. Whenever I watch Iowa State defense play. Or like they have a lot of tackles broken because players aren't wrapping up or anything. They're kind of just throwing their body out there and kind of just hoping and praying, which can work sometimes. But like, it bothers me because like there's so many tackles that should have been made that don't happen because they can't tackle or they don't know how to tackle. That's my observation. I don't know. I'm not actually in practices watching or not with the team, so I don't know.
I mean, it happens. Like missed tackles are part of it. Every team experiences it. Mike Rose, though, does know how to tackle.
Mike Rose is a fucking god amongst men.
His
last year,
a work of art.
So last year, he was called out of the Texas game on Thursday, right? Friday, no update. You guys were traveling that day, right? No practice. You guys were going to Austin. So suddenly Ryan breaks the scoop from the athletic department because we had Greg, who had a source inside the athletic department that had told us, hey, Mike Rose is considered out as of Thursday. That's like the most up-to-date information as of Friday. So Ryan breaks the scoop. Suddenly, everybody in Texas is talking about it. Hey, Mike Rose is out. He's quite literally their best defensive player. Holy shit, guys. Mike Rose is out. This is it. We're going to win. Burnt Orange Nation, they're fucking, they're SB Nation fucking, what do they call those old sites? It's like the Reddits, but not, I can't remember. The fucking message boards, whatever the fuck they call them. They were all like, guys, Mike Rose is out. I think we're going to win because our defense will do so much better now. And then, Mike Rose is fucking it, man. He always has been. I swear to God. Mike, I don't know what it is. Mike Rose just is it.
Yeah, that's the game that I had the ankle surgery from.
Is it really?
Yeah, so I right like 2 plays before Brees scored the go-ahead touchdown at the end, I caught a ball up the seam for like 25 yards to put us in the red zone. And like right whenever I caught it, the safety hit me hit the middle of his shoulder pad right on my ankle right when it planted. Like when I landed. and blew my ankle out.
Oh, no way. Wait.
Then,
yeah. Oh, fuck.
And then I went off, like hobbled off, and Charlie caught a ball to get us down inside the 5, and then there was like a TV timeout, and the trainer had just spatted the outside of my cleat as tight as you could. And I was like hopping back in, like the coaches were on the mic, like, do we have Soehner? Because we're on the goal line. Do we have Soehner? Do we have Soehner? And they're like, no. And I walk up and tap mouse, and I'm like, bro, I'm good. I'm good for one. And then they put me. I went back in. I actually made a hell of a block, and not to throw my boy under the bus, but fucking Chase completely whiffed on the defensive end, and he came off the edge and whiffed on Brees. Thank God. And we scored. And I hobbled off the sideline, and I was like on the training table, like I couldn't even watch the game. I was in so much pain. Mouse comes over to me as they're driving down the field, and he's like, because we were up 3, and they're driving down the field, and he's like, "You gonna be ready for overtime? We're gonna need you." I was like, "Dude, I don't have overtime in me, bro." And then they go to kick the field goal, and I'm like, "Please, just please, God!" Like, I'm a big man with a beard and a bald head on the verge of tears, and I'm like, "Please, God." He missed it, dude, and it was like the ankle injury never happened, bro. There's a video of me like jumping on the field and shit. This shit was wild.
No,
Had
dude,
surgery like 2 days later.
No, dude, like a single play, you know, like, let's get it, you know? And then suddenly something good happens, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? Like, nah. So I've got a question from the Wide Right Natty Light Discord. Only question to come in. What was/is your favorite thing to do in Ames besides football?
His girlfriend. Or sorry, his wife.
Oh, fuck! Jason! Hey! Family-friendly show!
Hey, whenever his wife is traveling with him, hey, if he and his wife go to Ames, I mean, I feel like that would be his favorite thing to do.
There's really not a lot to do.
There's not a lot to do in Ames. There's not a
Man, I didn't really do a whole lot either, now that I think about it. I might have to think on that
This
one.
is a hard question because all of us are right. There really isn't much for like anything.
Other than what are you gonna do? Go to Welch, and like even that's not that cool.
Yeah,
dude. Fucking wait. Do you mean Welch Ave Station, or do you mean
Welch
like
Avenue?
Just
go to the bars.
fucking Welch Ave.
Welch Ave.
Well, Jason, there's Welch Ave Station, and there's Welch Ave.
I'd rather go to Welch Ave Station.
Welches.
I'd rather go to Welch Ave Station,
Welches.
but it's on Welch Ave, so
like Welch Ave Station's like chill. If you're not into like the whole party scene, like, you know, you go to Welch Ave Station. But if you're into the party scene, you go to Size fucking Roost. It's not even a fucking contest. Or you go to Fighting Burrito, depending on what time of night it is.
I just try to avoid Welch as much as I can, just because
you go to Outlaws.
People scare me. Outlaws is actually kind of cool though.
I like Outlaws. It's fun.
Outlaws and Patties. Outlaws, Patties, and the Stas were my favorite bars, along with Welch Ave.
Yeah. I wasn't a big AJ's fan.
Neither was I.
AJ's is fun if you aren't like big.
AJ's is fun if you're a sorority or frat guy.
I mean, not even a frat guy, because like frat guys tend to like try and be as big as they can.
They go to Sizers, sorry.
Yeah, frat guys tend to go to Size.
Frat house.
Or they stay at
That's true.
But like, if you're somebody that people will recognize, you don't want to go to AJ's because there's just a fuckload of people there.
Yeah, I mean, it was never bad for me because I mean, one, like, only the like real fans would ever recognize me. Like, just your average student that doesn't really care about the football team would like the people that would only recognize like Brock and Brees. You know,
the people that Mr. Rodine would interview.
I will say you were always my favorite tight end because you were the only one I could recognize because you always had the beard.
Yeah.
until Chase like actually really grew his hair out, and then I was like, I can figure out who Chase Allen is. It's all good.
It's funny, like so many times on the TV or even the announcer in the stadium. Like if I caught a ball or if Charlie caught a ball, they think
it was either of you.
Yeah.
If it was like a zoomed out shot, half the time I couldn't tell.
There was one so my junior year, because of this elbow thing that happened, I wore like a sleeve on my arm every game.
Charlie wears a sleeve.
There was one game where he had something happen in the middle of the game, so then he put a sleeve on in the middle of the game. And even when I was watching the game film, I was like coach is like going over the film, and I'm like, is he talking to me? I can't tell if that's me.
I will say, like your last year, the only reason I could tell if it was you that was being targeted was solely because I would see you go out with your hands like this, right off the line, and then suddenly you would go like this. And I was like, wait a second.
I don't know what that means, but maybe.
Quite like you'd go from like looking like you were gonna block to just suddenly you'd run.
I did a lot of that.
And like look, man, you probably know about as much about like why you did that as I do, but like I was all like, oh yeah, do it. Yeah, that's Dylan. He's gonna go block. Oh shit, he's running. What the fuck?
Yeah, it just depends on the player.
Yeah. And like I don't know, I always enjoyed when you were targeted because you were the largest tight end that we had.
Yeah.
So it's like if he catches it, he's getting like 2 extra yards just by falling. Dude, it's fine.
I watched a cut up of all my catches. And
all 7 yards you've gained.
Every time I got tackled, it was just completely disgusting looking. Like people just like the way they tackle me is just gross, and it's a wonder why I have so many lower extremity injuries, dude.
Yeah,
there was the one at Texas Tech when I was full speed, and the dude clipped my shoelace, and my helmet flew like 35 feet in the air.
I feel like I actually remember that. I remember seeing that play.
Like, I landed on my neck.
What year was that?
It was Texas Tech. It was last season, I think.
Was it last season?
I landed on my neck, and like the force of like me landing on my neck when my helmet came off, my helmet was like compressed down, so whenever my head came out, it like slingshot itself in the air. It went so far. I wouldn't have found it. I got up and ran to the sideline. Xavier grabbed it.
Did you get to keep your helmet, by the way? I don't know what all you get to keep from the team.
Yeah, I have the Fiesta Bowl helmet.
Isn't that the same black helmet that you had all year?
It's the same black one, yeah, but
yeah.
I think my favorite helmet is
so question. How many Iowa State players got a custom molded helmet last year?
I don't know.
Because I know you got one what did you say, 3 for the Saints?
Yeah, but they just pick. So usually I didn't get one because
you're not like a star player or whatever.
Well, no, they want them to be worth their money, and so they put them on younger guys. So
I know David got one.
Yeah, he had one his freshman year. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't get it your like freshman year, maybe your sophomore year, then they won't give it to you because.
No, he got his. He didn't get his freshman year. Because I remember when he got his. I was there for the.
I don't think I don't even think we had him his freshman year.
Because I remember when he got his for the scan. It was the same year he got drafted. It was his junior year.
Well, that was probably the first year we ever got those. Maybe. Because I remember. They're relatively new, but.
Oh yeah.
But now that they've been out, they only give them to like freshmen and sophomores that play a lot because they can. They're like once that player leaves, they're useless. So, they try to give them guys that have time left.
I own a David Montgomery helmet, by the way. It's still sitting in Ames. What the frick?
I would just wish.
I don't know if I'll ever get it back, but like, I'm the one that got a fucking David Montgomery custom molded helmet. Don't ask me how.
I love those Liberty Bowl helmets that they had. I think they only used them.
Oh,
once.
dude, the fucking chrome red. Holy fuck. Those were sick as hell.
Oh yeah, you were on the team when you guys won the Liberty Bowl too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have two bowl victories to your name.
No, Dylan was a freshman in 2018 with 2 degrees now.
Oh, that was 2017, but
So
yeah.
it was the 2017 season. It actually did. It technically did happen in 2017 because it happened on like the 31st or something.
But yeah, those were sweet. I played good that game. That was like my coming out game. I mean, I played quite a bit that year, but I played the best in that game for sure.
That was such a fun game to watch. I remember like sitting at home watching that game, and my family was all like, "Why are we watching Iowa State?" And I'm like, "Because I want to see them win."
I have one last question before we wrap up here because it's getting close to midnight. So you were on the team in 2016, correct? You were there for the 3-win season for Campbell's first season.
Yeah, I was redshirting, but yeah.
So I gotta ask because I saw last week. I saw some highlights of the 66-10 Texas Tech over Iowa State over Mahomes game.
Yeah.
I saw that Jacob Park was the quarterback that game.
Yeah, him and Joel were kind of splitting.
Yeah, so what was the quarterback situation like the first and second years you played? Because Park took that leave of absence, and then I don't know if he was dismissed or he just left the team at 17. Like, what was, if you can give us some behind the scenes insight of how it all was going on and how it was working out?
Well, so in 2016, so Joel Lanning had just played quarterback prior to, and he had played okay. And then, so going into 2016, we got Jacob Park, and they wanted to make Jacob Park work. And I don't think he was quite ready. He struggled a little bit, like mentally with some of the stuff. And then Joel, I mean, you guys know Joel, like incredible athlete, maybe not the best quarterback in the world. So they were kind of like stuck between the two, and they ended up, I mean, both of them played quarterback, which is weird for a Power 5 program. So they kind of split time to see, who was hot, who wasn't, and it was kind of weird, which is, I know it was Campbell's first year, so there wasn't a ton of success expected anyways, but it's kind of hard for your team to get in a groove when you're switching leaders like that. Then in 2017, they decided to just give Park the reins, and obviously we made Joel into a linebacker, which was kind of weird, but ended up, I mean, he's an All-American, so it worked out. And then obviously the Texas debacle happened. Kyle takes over, beats Oklahoma somehow, and Baker Mayfield. And then it was kind of like that from 2016 all the way until Brock Purdy. Like, we never had a quarterback start the season as the starter and end the season as the starter until Brock.
Yeah.
In 2018.
I forgot about Zeb too. I forgot about Zeb Nolan.
No, 2019. Brock was 2019 because
18. Oklahoma State game. First game.
Yeah,
started the season as
started the season. Okay. Yeah, you're correct.
Because Zeb started the season in 2018, and then Brock came in literally not having completed a forward pass.
Kyle Kemp started the season in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. Kyle Kemp was injured to start 2018. We were promised.
No.
I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. No, I swear I'm not wrong.
Iowa.
No, I swear that was Zeb Nolan.
He got hurt against Iowa. Zeb's first start was Oklahoma the next week against Kyler. And then Oklahoma State the following week. Zeb got benched after the first drive.
I'm looking this up. Keep talking, but I'm looking this up.
Go ahead. So, 2018, Kyle plays. I believe that was the year we went to 3 overtimes with UNL, or maybe that was the year we got canceled against San Jose State.
18 was the year.
So, whatever happened, week 1, and then week 2, the Iowa game, their D-line ate us up, and Kyle ended up getting hurt. Zeb finished the game, but it was kind of already over at that point.
Zeb was 4 for 10 in that game?
My
It
ears.
was already. And then the next week, our coach had told us, regardless of what happens the first drive, we're going to roll with Brock the second drive, and then the rest is history.
Oh yeah, you've talked about this.
Yeah,
I remember really
that story.
funny
I remember that
because
story
you were
was
all
funny.
like, yo, so this kid that we've never seen complete a forward pass in practice.
Yeah.
Suddenly Campbell comes up to us, the tight ends, because for whatever reason he likes to talk to us, the tight ends, and he goes, "Hey, if we don't score this first drive, we're going with Brock." And you said that, like, I don't know who you said looked at him and said, "Are you sure?" But you were all like, "Yeah." Somebody looked at him and said, "Are you sure?" No, that's what you want. And he goes, "Yeah, if we don't score, we're going with Brock."
Yeah, it was just weird because he didn't even practice with the ones ever. Like that was the first time he ever played with the starters, was in the game. The guy, he was on the scout team that week, so it was kind of wild.
I just can't believe that somebody that and I trust the fuck out of you. You said you had not seen him complete a forward pass. You said that you had always seen it go behind him.
Yeah, because he has little hands, and in practice all the time, his freshman year, he would try to throw the ball, and it would slip out, and it would just drop behind him all the time.
As somebody who has little itty bitty lady hands, here's my face, here's my hands. I got a tiny fucking head, man. All right, I got a little brain. Doesn't store a lot of information. All right, I got tiny hands. All right, my hands, I can confirm this, are bigger than Brock Purdy's, and college/NFL footballs are fucking massive.
No, the NFL ball is fucking huge.
They're so fucking big. Why are they so big?
I don't know.
What does it help?
The Iowa State ordered special balls for Brock.
Wait, what?
We changed the type of football that we use when Brock was a starter.
No. What?
They're longer and a little skinnier. Yeah, we literally got all brand new footballs when he became the starter.
What? No. What the fuck?
We gotta end on that. There's no way we can follow up that.
Jesus fuck. Okay. Jason.
There's no way we could follow up on that.
Jason, do you have any final thoughts?
Happy Veterans Day. Well, I mean, it's not Veterans Day anymore, but happy Veterans Day to all veterans out there. Thank you for your service. And excuse me, I saw a tweet earlier from Dr. Jordan Tsai. Much respect to Dr. Jordan Tsai. Happy Veterans Day to you. But you make a very good point. We need to support our veterans too, mentally. Also, he's had a personal story about friends that he's known that have taken their own life. So, happy Veterans Day to do. They're given the climate of things and people's opinions about the military and everything. You can say what you want, but they're still people. So, happy Veterans Day to that. I guess that's my only thought. I don't really have any other thoughts. I've been super busy as shit.
Dylan, any final thoughts?
I don't have anything, man. I'm kind of exhausted. That's about it.
Thoughts empty, no head. All right. Wow. I don't know how many Iowa State fans know some of the stuff that Dylan said. The fucking football thing, Jesus fuck. I do have one final question from the WRNL Discord, though. Actually, for you, Dylan. Before
I never
get
actually
my final
answered
thoughts.
what I like to do in Ames because
There's nothing to do in
Yeah,
Ames.
that was our consensus. There's nothing to do. You play
But,
football and people drink beer and watch you play football, and that's pretty much it.
I mean, do you have do you have a favorite thing to do in Ames though?
Not really. I mean,
Sleep.
I like Aunt Ma's.
Hang out with your friends.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So here's a question that you probably are more likely to answer. Technically, it's 2 questions. How has New Orleans been treating you? And are you a fan of gumbo?
So New Orleans is
Ignore price.
so for people that have never been, you don't want to live here. You can visit here for probably a maximum of 2 days. And while you're visiting, be very cautious of where you are and what's going on around you. It's not the safest place in the world. Not close.
Have you booked the parade yet?
No, I'm not. But
No, you should book the parade.
I'm not hating it. It's a pretty cool place culturally. It's humid as hell, as you could imagine, which sucks. But
More humid than Iowa?
oh my god, yeah.
Dude, it's below sea level.
You can't deny Iowa's pretty fucking humid.
No, it's not.
Not compared to New Orleans, dude.
I guess I guess I've lived in Nebraska my entire life, so my time in Iowa, I felt like I was fucking swimming most of the time.
Well, because I like, before I came down, I was like, man, I grew up in Arkansas. Like, I know what heat is. Like, I'm not worried about the heat.
Arkansas is pretty dry.
I got down here and I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, the problem is the humidity doesn't break.
Oh,
so
yeah.
At 6 a.m., it's 100% humidity, and at 8 a.m. and at 12 noon and at 4 p.m. and at 9 p.m. and at 10 p.m., like, there's not ever like a, oh, wow, it feels nice outside time. Like, right now, in the middle of November, we're starting to catch some days where it's like, oh, it's nice out, but it's still like a little bit sticky. But
how's your breaststroke?
It's all right, I guess. But
hey, I work with a swimming coach. Do you want some tips? I can let her know.
I'm all right.
Let's wrap up here.
Gumbo, I do like gumbo, especially when you get to have like real gumbo down here. It's good.
Oh, dude, I know that like Buzzard Billy's isn't real gumbo, but like, holy fuck, gumbo's so good.
I can't do the I like the crawfish, but I'm not I'm kind of lazy when it comes to food, so it's like a lot of work. Like, I'd have to eat so many to like get full, and it's a lot of work. So
I'm a big Cajun fan, like food fan, and like a lot of that has to do with I visited Haiti a few years ago, and so they had like, you know, French Creole and, you know, that kind of Cajun food. So then I got a taste of Creole, and I was like, oh fuck, all right, Creole food's so good. Creole food in America is so different than Creole food in Haiti.
Yeah.
Like, gumbo doesn't exist in Haiti. I talked to them about gumbo, and they were like, what the fuck's that? I was like, gumbo, right? And they were like, nah.
We gotta head out.
I know. Jason's tired. He's tired of my shit. My final thoughts for the night. Thank you, Dylan, for coming on the show. I had talked to you about coming on the show just in case Jason wasn't able to come on, and then you were willing to come on as a guest regardless of Jason being on. I genuinely appreciate that. thank you for sending a jersey. I think I have it back here, actually. Do I? Come on. Hello? Yes! Thank you for sending a jersey. Genuinely appreciate it. Fucking love you, brother. Happy birthday, old man. Old as shit. God, how are you not dead?
Okay.
And it's a joke, Jason. Calm down.
I know it is.
And
he's only a year older than us, so.
And more than anything, make sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Deezer. I don't care what the fuck you listen to podcasts on. We're on there. All right? I mean, share that shit. And with that, I've got one last thing to say. And that's simply roll clones.
Roll credits. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Dylan, for being here also. We'll see you whenever we go live again. Bye-bye.